Hi Queens, I've been a bit slack, I know, I'm sorry. So I'm trying to mentally recap week 8, even though I've just completed week 9. So please bear with me. It's been a busy time and yeah, I'm not going to make excuses. I've just been a bit slack. So, oh my God, my collarbone's like sort of popping. Am I jacked yet? Anyway, that's a bit cringe. So I'm going to get worse as it goes on. Anyway, so week 8, I got back from Tas. And I already talked about in that last video because that's what had happened. But that week I got back, I had a busy week with just business stuff. And yeah, it was what it was. But we're tracking along fine. So when I got back, my weight, I think, let me just refer to my stats since it was like 2 weeks ago. The 18th, I believe, 18th of May was the start of that week. So I was sitting around the high end of the 63s. I did expect that they would drop, my weight would drop as the week went on and I got back into my normal foods, meal timings, etc. And it did. By the end of that week, I was sitting in the mid 62s, I'd say. So we did have a little bit of a spike up during that week back into the, higher 63s, but by the end of that week, we were confidently sitting in the 62s, which was good. We needed that. We needed that bit of movement. So, yeah, that is what it is. And it was only around that time. Oh, maybe it was that week, actually. So, that week itself, I remember I got back. I got my hair done. Not that it looks like it now. And then my step count got increased to 15,000. So, I can't remember. I'm near positive it was that week because I watched it. And I found out after and got my hair done. So, yeah, we're on 15,000 steps now. We were 13,000. We started prep on 13,000. It's been pushed up to 15, but my food hasn't been touched for a good few weeks now, and we're continually dropping. So that is good news. So it's just a little bit of extra output on my step pad or if I'm going out for a walk. It's very rare that I'll get all those steps on without being on my step pad at one point, but honestly, I live at my desk anyway, so I just like pitter-patter my feet away and get them in while I'm working. But yeah, weight, slowly but surely, we're getting there. And each week by week, I'm noticing, little extra lines, muscle groups, things becoming more prominent, and definitely noticed around my midsection. That's where I hold a lot of my weight. That has definitely noticeably got smaller, which is good. Yeah, it's a good start. Typically, I lean up my upper body first, as you can see, and then my midsection, and then my lower body. But my lower body doesn't typically hold as much, well, I don't think it does, hold as much fat as my other areas do. So that is what it is. I don't know if I like that angle. Just let me, there we go, fix that. But yes, otherwise that week, food stayed the same, steps got upped a little bit, which has been manageable. I went out for my walks, my morning walks. They set me up for the day. They put me in a really good mindset, so I need to keep them up. Usually with Sophie and Liam and Sean now. So that has been good. Get a coffee, get a caffeine hit to start the day, and then we rock in from there. But that has been pretty consistent. And on Wednesday, I went to, I'm going to butcher his name, and then that's really embarrassing. Warren Ziders. Yeah, look, not a diehard fan, but I very thoroughly enjoyed the concert. And I do really listen to his music and love it, but I can't pronounce his name right, so there's that. But that was really fun. It was like a late night and a school night for us, but went to that, went with our friends and had so much fun there. So that was good. It was one of the best concerts I've been to live as well, because we were actually close to them in where was it? It was in the Valley in Brisbane, at the hall or something. So that was really good. The Brisbane Music Hall or whatever it was. So that was a really good concert. It was really, it was epic. And I was obviously the Des, which was fine. I had my 2 sugar-free Red Bulls and some water and was happy as. So that was middle of the week. Then things continued on as normal. Definitely hit my step count that day. And then on the weekend, we actually went and played, I think that was a busy weekend. I'm pretty sure I had a girls' catch-up on the Saturday with Nadia and a group of her friends, who's the same person that I went to the Warren concert with, and her partner. And then on the Sunday, I'm pretty positive, we did. We went and played Padel with them. So Padel, look, I'm not the best at sports with rackets or that just racket sports I'm not generally great at. But we had lots of fun. It was a really good way. It was really hot because it's obviously outside, but hadn't played it before, and it was really hard to like separate tennis. Like, not that I've played a lot of tennis, but letting it actually hit the wall behind you was really hard. So anyway, that was really fun on Sunday, and then we did our meal prep, and then we rolled into last week. So that was the week. Obviously in there that week I would have had a posing sesh with Tay because I didn't have one the week just gone. So every time we have a call or we have our session, something gets changed, and my mind's mud. Like, when I used to do dancing, we would do one routine for the first half of the year, and by the end of it I knew it off by heart. But when something gets changed, it takes me like really long to like relearn it and perfect it in the new way, because otherwise my brain reverts to what I did the most of. So it has been getting changed quite a bit, and that's just something I need to push through, because the reality is it'll continue to sort of change. Like, we have my routine down pat so far out that, particular poses as I get leaner will look better, so that'll change. So that is just something I'm going to have to deal with and get used to. But we ripped in, we've done pretty well my front comparisons now. Well, we sort of ran through the back and side ones as well, but spent a lot of time focusing on them. And yeah, so I've got another session with her this week, which will be good. So that's where we're at with that. Mobility has been better, which I'll speak more on in the next video I do. But yeah, it's better. It's not, I've had a lot of change in my business structure as of late, and as much as the mobility is a priority, have not found the time for 4 sessions of them a week as of yet. As prep goes on though, like really from 12 weeks out, I'm hoping to sort of have the shit that I've got going on in the business sorted, which I will. And then I'll have the last 12 weeks to really push myself that extra bit with mobility. And yeah, but anyway, I'm dribbling on. I'm trying to keep this a bit shorter. So yeah, that was pretty much my week. And yeah, love you so much. Talk to you soon. What do I say? Catch you, Queenie.